What is up, guys? Zan from the Zan Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to go over a weekend league scheme out of the Carolina Panthers playbook, Gun a Slot. But before we do that, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you guys take the time to hit that notification bell so you're notified daily of the uploads here on the Zan Madden YouTube channel. If you guys want to watch me play Madden live, you guys can find me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Zan Madden. The link for that channel is below in the description, as is a link to my Wing Tight U, Wing Tight, and Wing Tight Z, as well as my 3-4 Bear comprehensive dual game plan. You guys will get both my offense and defense upon checkout. No waiting for me to go live on my Twitch channel. You guys will have all the videos right there at your disposal. So make sure you guys take a look at that if you're interested in playing the game a little bit differently than you have over the first 10 or so months of Madden 20. Okay, guys, without further ado, let's talk about a weekend league scheme that you won't have to go to my PayHip account for. Let's talk about the Carolina Panthers A slot. This is a formation that is gaining a little bit of steam. Carolina Panthers playbook. For the purpose of this video, I went ahead and added a slot apprentice to the Ravens. So I put Adam Thielen. He's going to go in the slot. You don't necessarily have to have somebody like this. If you guys play Ultimate Team, you guys have a lot of Hot Route Master, Escape Artist type quarterbacks, which you guys will be able to run this scheme with. All the golden ticket quarterbacks basically get this. But if you guys are playing regs and you want to build your team, or CFM and you want to build your team accordingly, you guys are going to be able to do that with this combination. So the abilities on this offense are pretty simple for me. I would recommend having obviously a quarterback with fast break, because we are going to use a little bit of the quarterback run in this scheme. And then obviously you're going to need a slot apprentice if you guys are playing regs. So those are the two things that are really a must. Outside that, you can kind of fine tune your offense. If you want to use a running back ability or an extra receiver, or maybe one of your tight ends, feel free to do that. We're going to go over a number of setups here in this video because this is going to be a little bit of a mini scheme here. So what I'm going to do is show you guys the audibles first. Let's go ahead and set those. I like the plays post, smash, PA read, and RPO alert bubble. Our base play that we will come out in will either be the read option or the QB power. So let's go ahead and talk about the QB power. QB power, it shows a little bit better in MUT than it does in regs. The QB power is what I like to call, because this is a run that should require that your opponent base aligns their coverage. So we start this off with, how do I want to run this scheme? And I want to basically put the wide side force player in conflict. So this is Bud Dupree. Because we have a quarterback run, chances are you're going to see a little bit less nickel and dollar / big dime packages. You're going to see more base personnel, meaning 3-4 and 4-3, to get the extra beef in the box to stop the quarterback run. So what we want to do primarily when you're facing your typical MUT player, a lot of those guys are going to go 3-4 odd, cover 4, drop, show 2, and they're either going to drop everybody and rush 3, or they're going to send 7 and drop 4 deep zones. So we want to put them in a spot where they have to choose, and neither of those defenses can succeed, because if they want to sit in this, hopefully you can run the quarterback power. And again, on this offense, you're going to run this on conservative, because you want your quarterback to fumble less. So that's why the fast break is important. Obviously, if you can get human joystick on MUT with your quarterback, that's preferred as well. But you're going to be running the quarterback power and trying to basically, pick some big lanes and make guys miss. Now, most players are probably going to play the pinch the D line, spread the linebackers, base align type thing. And when they start to base align, that's going to put you in a spot where you could check into one of the audibles. So I mentioned that we were going to set audibles, and we wanted the RPO alert bubble to be one of them, because now that Bud Dupree is in over the tight end, that allows us to throw the bubble screen outside and get upfield for a cheap first down. If you have a guy with some moves, grab and go, evasives, jukebox after the catch, that's going to allow you to really pick up big yardage for such a simple read. It's a very safe throw. It's just an easy RPO read on this play. Now, the other thing as well is, you have the option to run this and hand the ball off to your running back. So if you guys have a running back, like a big time running back, Bo Jackson, Walter Payton, one of those guys, you could also run this RPO bubble at the fact that edge defender is over the slot receiver, and that's going to allow you to kind of run this ball and hand it off and eliminate him on the edge from stopping the inside zone as well. So that's why I love the RPO bubble as one of my audibles. Now, when they start to base align, we've already shown that the bubble's possible. If they start to base align, you could also try to run your power O. The problem is you have to wait and be patient. You see right there that if you stop, that allows you to kind of, let your running back get that chip block on him. And then you see how that opens up. So I'll try to show that to you again here. When you have the fast break, I like to flip the run over to the left side. And then when I snap the ball, I just tap the stick and kind of freeze. And then you're hoping for a better block animation from your running back. And you can read that block angle a little bit better. But again, I'll kind of show you. I flip the run, snap the ball, just kind of tap the stick, freeze. And then I'm reading that terribly. But you're going to cut up inside of that block. So powers are actually meant to stay inside of your kick out block. A lot of people think they're outside runs. So, you know, again here, just kind of let your block set up. And right there, we didn't get the pulled in guard to seal his guy, but that is an option for you as well if you want to get a little bit cute with it, be a little bit patient. And then, of course, you have the ability to kind of, you know, run the ball to the outside. Right there, TJ Watt is really, really shedding right there. The Steelers actually have some really good outside linebackers to try to stop some of the quarterback runs. So I kind of want to show that. The other thing, too, is I don't have the ability to go on conservative here. So you're noticing that I'm fumbling with the quarterback. In Mutt, you're going to fumble far less just because you're going to have the ability to, you know, cover the ball and not take those fumbles. So here in practice mode, the quarterback power shows absolutely terribly, but in game, you're going to see a lot better success with this, especially when you catch your opponents going to this pinch, base the line, spread the linebackers type thing. You already know that you have the bubble set up. The other thing you could do, go ahead and float the running back. I mean, if you're tired of waiting for the running back, you could kind of just sit there, be patient. And now you see how that opens up a lot better against that look, because, you know, that main meta run or that main meta run defense is pretty susceptible to giving up the power runs. A lot of players love power runs against that pinch D-line spread of linebackers. If you think about the Oakland tour, a lot of players will go to like I-form close power O, and they'll run that against that defense. So the QB power, it's the same type of run scheme. It's a power run scheme. So, you know, you're going to get them in a spot where they have to worry about the quarterback power. It's going to open up your passing game. So let's go ahead and get into that passing game. So, want to talk about our main one-play touchdown, and that's going to beat your cover 2, and also should beat your cover 4. And that play is going to be PA read. And the reason we like this play is because of the deep, deep skinny post. And the way that I would like to run this is I would typically put my probably my slot apprentice on a corner route, and then maybe my tight end on a flat, just to give you a little check down in the left flat. So you kind of got 3 levels. You got a pull route to Brown, you got a deep outside breaking route to Thielen, and then you got a short outside breaking route to Hurst. And then typically I would probably put Andrews on a delay fade, block the running back, and float him just like we do in the QB power. And what should happen is in cover 2, because there is no one attacking this player right here, Edmonds, he should bite down towards center field, opening up the deep over the top route to Hollywood Brown. So let's see if that goes ahead and works right here. Okay, you see how he floats to center field? And yeah, he's going to go ahead and give that up. You're just going to go ahead and let that run out for the 1-play score. So that's how you're going to beat your cover 2. This also does work against cover 4, believe it or not, as well. So if I were to use that same route combination here, you're going to see exactly what I mean. So slot apprentice on his corner route. Let me go ahead and check into PA read. Slot apprentice on his corner route, flat the tight end, delay fade to A, float the running back like it's quarterback power, especially if you catch them, you know, doing the base align thing. Try to make them think that you're running quarterback power. And then what we should get here is both those guys on the right bite down, and then you're going to be able to throw this ball all the way back across the field over the top to Hollywood Brown. Dashing dead eye preferred. Obviously, if you can get that here in regs, Lamar Jackson doesn't get that. Let me go ahead and show this to you one more time. Again, this will beat cover 2 and cover 4 for easy 1-play scores. So again here, you basically just run this type of setup. You don't have to run Hurst on a route if you don't want to. You don't necessarily have to use a flat. One thing that I would be careful with is I don't really think curls help against the cover 2. I was thinking maybe you could use Hurst on a curl route, but what ends up happening is I feel like that safety ends up right there. He did bite down, but you see how he recovers a little bit better when the tight end's on a curl. You don't want that. So be careful with using your tight end on the left on some sort of vertical route off the line, because it tends to make that safety that's in the deep half respond to the post a little bit better. I'll go ahead and show that to you again here. So let me check into PA read. So now in this example, I'm not using the tight end Hurst on a curl, and you should see that in cover 2. Here he comes. He's going to bite down, and then you're able to just throw that ball all the way back over the top against the cover 2 for the easy score. Now, Lamar underthrew that, but you can see it was open. So that's why I like the PA read. Probably my favorite play in this scheme because it is such a can opener of a play. So go ahead and show this to you again. Another thing you could do on this play is a setup like this. Drag the backside tight end, delay fade Hurst, block Ingram. So that gives you an extra blocker to both sides. That way, if they are in that cover 2, this should work the exact same way. So watch here how that safety on the right should bite down, just like clockwork. Allows you to throw the ball all the way back over the top to Hollywood Brown for the one-play score. And that gives you a nice little flooding concept as well, because you got the corner route that should pull back zones as you roll out to the left. So if I show this to you again here, we go to this type of setup. Against, let me actually audible into the play this time. You get this type of setup against your cover 2, where you know the one-play score is there to Hollywood Brown, but you're also looking for the corner route. So you see right here, we're going to look for this rollout corner route. And then obviously you got your check down in the flat if it's not available to you, or they're using the one-play score or whatever. Obviously you could throw that ball a little bit easier as well. Another thing you could do on this play, I mean, there's a lot of other things you could do. A lot of the schemes that I run offensively are very freestyle. Another thing you can do though is use this corner route to Thielen and kind of motion snap it to the inside. And that's going to free him up and allow him to run deeper as you roll out to this side, opening up this corner route. And right there, we've got an on the run inaccurate because we don't have a dashing dead eye. But against cover 2 especially, you're going to be able to clear that outside cloud flat in this offense. So let me go ahead and show you that again here. PA read, put Thielen on a corner route, delay tight end fade to Hurst, drag Andrews, block Ingram, motion snap Thielen inside a step or two. That's going to allow him to get a free release and then break out over the top of this cloud flat. And you can throw that ball right there. So you see how that opens up a little bit more easily here in that regard. Now, when it comes to facing your drop zone cover 4, I really like the play posts. The play post to me is just, it's the quintessential quick snap play. You don't really have to do a whole heck of a lot with it. I would just recommend tight end delay fading the left tight end and motion snapping this guy to the inside. And what a lot of players will do against this is they'll kind of try to throw this corner route right out there, because that outside post is just going to pull everything so far away. Linebackers just cannot guard this. They really can't. So you're going to see what I mean here. Here's an example with a safety, though, when we go to this play post. But, if you catch them in cover 3, we're going to have a play that we're going to call as well. So here's an example now when we do this motion. You should notice that this safety does a better job. You see how that covers it better when you're in cover 3. But cover 4 cannot handle this. A lot of players love cover 4 against this formation because of the threat of the quarterback run, because of the read option, because of the just the running potential of the scheme being ace personnel. You're going to see plenty of this cover 4 drop show too. And that's really going to allow you to deliver this corner route so easily to Thielen. You don't even have to use this motion if you don't want to. It just gives you a nice little free release, and you can throw this ball, right in that spot, because linebackers won't animate on that throw. So very, very easy throw that you can make. And then, of course, you guys know the angle route. This angle route is basically the most annoying route to deal with, especially if you blitz. People who like to blitz everybody, you're going to give up such easy looks off the line to not only the tight ends, but if you catch them doing any of this blitz everyone type stuff, they've got to worry about so many little things. They've got to worry about when we go to the play post, they've got to worry about the little baby corner route, got to worry about the tight ends off the line. And then they can't play so low because you've got this Texas route that you can throw so quickly. Obviously, I'm not using the defense on that play, but you guys have all seen posts so much that I don't really think it's something I have to break down too much. But I do want to talk about cover 3. Cover 3 is where I get a little bit unique with this scheme. I love the play smash. I love smash. And the reason I love it is because you've got this very, very unique tight end route. If I'm ever facing smash, I love to roll to the short side of the field and throw this tight end route. You guys know how aggressive catches are this year. If you put a tight end with streak specialist, you'll be able to get this guy lit up. He's going to get extra route, catching traffic. So I would opt for this player to be your third option for your abilities. Quarterback, slot receiver, left tight end. That's probably what I would do. And then you could use tight end flip packages to make sure that you're flipping your tight end short side, wide side, etc., to make sure he's always on the side that you want. But when I face cover 3, you've got two things that really pop into mind. You've got this corner out to Andrews off the line. So watch how this works against cover 3. It's just, it doesn't get matched by the third. So that's just stealing from them right there. But then also, it's one of those corner routes where for some reason or another, while it's not matched by the outside third has affinity for it and allows you to kind of roll out a little bit and find this outside pass lead to Hurst all the way down here. And you see how like that throw, if you have streak specialists, you're going to be able to hold on to that. You're going to be able to rack that and catch and hold on to it pretty easily. So it just kind of depends. Now, right there, you saw that the center fielder kind of got there. So let me go ahead and audible into cover 3 again. Something you could do against cover 3, if you want to, on the play smash, is you go to a setup that's going to allow you to get a Hollywood Brown down the middle of the field and hold that center fielder. So you'll see what I mean. I'm going to motion him in. I'm going to snap the ball here. I'm going to roll out to the right. And this is going to open up the outside pass lead to Hurst. You see, all he has to do at that point is beat his linebacker, and that's a one-play score. Very, very subtle cover 3 beater. I absolutely love this play. I don't see anybody run this particular cover 3 beater this year, and I don't know why. If you run a slot, you need to be running this call. Again, let me show this to you. All you do is streak the outside player. You don't even have to run the running back on a route. If you want to set up your cut blocks or whatever, you could do your, the whole cut block thing just in case they're doing that. Just motion this receiver inside, let him run down the seam and pull that center fielder all the way to the left. And there's just a speed matchup. You just need, and we don't have dashing dead eye, so we got an on the run and accurate. But if you have a fast tight end, Darren Waller, 96 speed, Evan Ingram, 97 speed, there's plenty of tight ends in this game that have enough wheels to beat a linebacker deep in this game. So, you catch them in this, they've got, 3-4 odd on the field. Maybe you've got, like a middle linebacker, like a Ray Lewis, even a Patrick Willis is like 98 speed, but there are tight ends that are still going to be able to run past that in this game. I mean, it's just crazy to me. So again, you see here, we're going to roll out, and then you're just looking to throw this ball outside pass lead and just rack it. I mean, you see how even with Hayden Hurst, who's like 84, 85 speed, he's able to beat both the safety and the middle linebacker. And I think that was maybe Mark Barron on that play. If not, it was Vince Williams. But you just see how easily we're able to make this play. Now, the other thing that's nice about this is with this same play, we can kind of look for these corner routes as well. You could also, you see how that corner route just gets open because that streak pulls for that corner route as well. So if you get flushed to the left or the right, you've got a deep read no matter how the protection holds up. So I really like this play a lot. It might be my favorite play against cover 3 in this entire scheme here. So again, this is your setup. You're streaking X. You're going to motion him to the inside and then just kind of feel your pocket. If you have to roll out to the right, so be it. And then you just kind of make this throw. And again, I really wish we had dashing dead eye so we wouldn't be wasting so much time throwing inaccurates. But obviously you've got leverage. And we talk about leverage in this game. Aggressive catching streaks with streak specialists is all the rage right now. Basically, all you have to do is have user position. You see how he's got body position. And this is prime for if this ball is accurately thrown basically to somewhere in here in this spot, he's just going to jump up and play a one-man animation on the ball. We've done videos on how to counter aggressive catch streaks. This is basically throwing an aggressive catch streak. So do not sleep on this play at all. Again, the play is smash. So we go ahead and run this again here. I'm going to go ahead and motion Hollywood Brown across the formation. Snap. I think this is cover 4. But you're going to have this this corner route as well against cover 4. I forgot to check into cover 3 right there. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move on to our next play. We're actually going to put the ball on a different spot on the field and call a different play. So let me go ahead and respot ball. I'm not going to be able to do that right now. But the play I want to break down here is going to be the play X spot. I like to play X spot here just as a little quick hitter. And this is going to be typically against your cover 3 and cover 4. So let me go ahead and just respot the ball here, move it over to the left hash. And I like this play because what you can end up doing with it is kind of throwing a little baby motion snap to this player. He basically runs a nice little kind of flat route. You can kind of snap the ball and throw that ball outside, kind of, and that was terrible by me. You want to kind of throw like an up and outside lead, click on and swivel down outside and then up to catch it in momentum, if that makes sense. So motion him across. You're going to snap the ball, throw an up and outside lead, and right there he turns around too quick, so you want to be quick on your click on. You want to kind of throw this in a spot so you have time to click on and get a rack upfield. So you're going to see right here, I'm going to snap it. Up, it didn't let me do it. But you notice how that ball's open, so if you mess up, you still catch it, which is good as well. Another thing you could do is put him on a flat. You know, if you're having trouble with this, you just motion him across, put him on a flat while he's motioning across, and then you can kind of snap this ball and do the same trick, and then do. And I'm terrible at it right now. I'm like 0 for 4 right now. But the pass lead is just it's up, and you're just going to click on and try to rack it upfield. So. And this is part of the reason I like shotgun, or I like under center as well, guys. So I talk about this all the time. I prefer to be an under center passer because a bad snap like this here in the shotgun takes away the quick pass. I mean, watch this. We get this goofy little side snap, or it's a little bit low, and he has to do this animation where he has to like catch it low and pick it up. And at this point in time, if I'm under center, I could throw this ball already because I'm not waiting for this snap. Like I could literally throw it at this point. So shotgun, you don't have that quick passing game that I love under center. If I were to go under center into an A slot, let me see if they even have an A slot and try to show you what I'm talking about here. You'll see exactly what I mean. It doesn't appear that they have one, but I can mimic it here. Let me show you exactly what I mean. So any formation where you can motion somebody out on a flat, it's basically the same deal. I mean, you see here how I can just be like, you see how easy that is to rack up field? Whereas in the shotgun, it just changes things for you. So that's what I mean when I say all the time, like I prefer to be under center. It's just my comfort level, but I know so many of you guys like to be in the shotgun. So I'm trying to illustrate that for you. This is something you guys are going to have to practice if you guys want this quick pass in your arsenal. And trust me, you guys are going to want it because a lot of players are going to play that cover 4 drop on you. And they don't want you to, you know, hit them with this easy one-play score. So, you know, these are going to be more of your twins to the short side of the field type plays, but try to do this here. That was better. There we go. And right there, what I did is I actually held up on the thumbstick as I snapped the ball. So that way I was climbing the pocket. I don't know if that was just, you know, luck or if that was something that's real. I'll do it again. So I'm holding up right now. I'm snapping the ball right here. And yeah, oh yeah, that's letting me throw the ball much more easily. So I'm holding up on the thumbstick, up on the left thumbstick as I snap that ball to allow me to get immediate responsiveness of the quarterback. This is important. This is definitely important for those of you that are maybe a little bit uncomfortable with the thought process here. So those are flats, but obviously you can throw this little snag route, which gets a little bit more upfield, which could be nice as well. So you see right here, I'm going to hold up on the thumbstick as I snap this. Yeah, right there. You just need to click on a little bit faster. And if you click on a little bit faster, you're going to be racking that right by somebody. So I'll try to throw this a little bit faster with the click on. Nope, not letting me right there. But you guys can get the timing down. If it's not working for you, use a flat route. Now, the rest of the routes on this play are pretty nice as well, because what you can end up doing with this is you've got a nice little short, you got basically a short corner that you can use. And those are things that you can kind of throw. Just kind of depends. You know, you got the option if you want to motion that across. It just depends on what they're doing with their coverage. If they're blitzing you heavy, those are routes that can make themselves quickly available. You know, that route clears zones really well as well. So you can go over the top against, you know, your cover 3 and cover 4 zones. I do want to show one more play here in this with the short side. If your opponent is in cover 2 and you get caught in the short side, check into your play PA read. And you have the option to motion either of those corner routes. And if you do this, all you have to do is streak the tight end. I would probably do something that looks maybe a little bit like this. And then you're going to be able to motion this guy across. You just want to snap the ball right here. When you snap that ball, he's going to run all the way out over the top of that cloud flat. And that's going to be really, really easy click on. In fact, I've done a video on this, this exact play once before out of, I believe, the New England book. I think a Colt 45 video, in fact. So, you know, if you catch them in that cover 2 at all, this is something you definitely should be looking at. Of course, you can go with this guy as well, Hollywood Brown. This is a much steeper corner, but it's a good one nonetheless. You know, you're going to be able to roll out, look for this upfield, you know, rack it up right there, hit him in the head. Otherwise, that would have been a one-play score. So give you guys quite a bit to work with right there. A little quarterback run, some RPO stuff, some read option stuff, cover 2, cover 3, cover 4 beaters for one-play scores, some situational dots, some quick pass dots. This could be a little bit of a weekend league scheme for you guys. So if you guys are interested in it, try taking it into weekend league. What do you guys have to lose? Maybe it's one of those offenses that kind of allows you to shift your focus as we head into Madden 21 with Lamar being on the cover. My guess is mobile quarterbacks are going to be a thing. Shotgun should be a thing if I'm speculating. So let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, or plays to add to this scheme that I didn't touch on, feel free to do so. Build this community together. Appreciate everybody watching. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with our next video. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.